Wythop and Lorton Fells are a group of hills in the north-western reaches of the English Lake District National Park. The fells occupy an area rising between Whinlatter Pass in the south and the Vale of Embleton in the north, and are flanked in the east by Bassenthwaite Lake. My walk starts near Aikenbeck on the Whinlatter Pass Road. Oh, Greystones! 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 Ah. Well, that was Greystones, and there's really no point in me hanging around here, as I imagine I'm barely audible. So, that was Greystones, and now that I've dropped down from it quite a bit now, and I finally have a little bit of shelter. Although not as much as I'd like. It is a windy old day in the Lake District today. I'm just heading to my next fell, which is right there. About a mile away maybe. First I have to navigate this obstacle here. Always a favourite, the old barbed wire fence. Now there's another wire fence here. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'm really not sure if these Stuart Marshall routes are official footpaths, or rather I don't know if this is an official footpath, but it is a clear path. Stuart Marshall is clearly quite popular, and a lot of new footpaths have been made on his routes. I don't know how the National Park feel about it, but they are here, and they are probably here to stay. So there was absolutely no point me hanging around Greystones, as it was blowing a gale, and I just figured I might as well push on to Ling Fell, my second fell of the day, my second Wainwright Fell of the day, second of 7, so there are 7 today on this route. And like the far western fells, I did this very route about a year ago, so I am retracing my footsteps from a year ago. Although, also like the far western fells, I didn't see a thing on this route either, really. I think I saw some from these two, but by the time I'd got to Lord Seat and Barf, there was nothing to be seen. It is supposed to clear this afternoon. Supposed to, anyway. Fingers crossed. I mean, even though it's not clear, the views so far are quite stunning. It's got that lovely haze. Thank you, Greystones, for the shelter. That wind is quite strong. Whew. So, today is the 5th of March, 2025. And I don't think I will be actually editing this little film for about 5 weeks, because I am currently busy editing my Berlin Wall Trail series of films. So, you know, will the world still be here in 5 weeks? Oh, this, so dodgy this. You just never quite know if your foot's going to be going onto firm ground. Luckily, I don't think we've had too much rain lately, so yeah, this could have been a lot worse. So I'll get to the top of Ling Fell and find me some shelter and have my flask of tea. What a treat! That's Greystones there in the cloud. I need to get up this wall here. And Ling Fell at the start, very much like Greystones, is steep to begin with. So take your time, no rush. So that was Ling Fell, second of the day, and absolutely pointless me trying to say anything at the top of it. It was windy. It was windy enough that I could barely stand up. So no point hanging around. No point. So on to the next one, the third of the day, which is right there in front of me. Right there. And that is Sail Fell. Sail Fell. We'll sail along to the top of it. Yeah. Gosh. I have to say that tarmac is a bit of a welcome relief, actually. Just for a little while anyway. Give the old knees a much needed break. That's the next fell on the shopping list. It's in the sale. Sorry. It's just so lovely. Well, that was Sail Fell up there. Absolute pandemonium. I could barely stand up. And I don't even know if you can hear this. Yeah, it was just no point hanging around. You can't hang around, you're just blown from pillar to post. Okay, onwards. Whew. So, my next fell is Broom Fell, and it will be my second time on it. So far it's been my second time on all of these. But the eagle-eyed viewer will have noted that I was on Lord's Seat and Barf just a few weeks ago in the deep snow, and I tried to get over to Broom, but I couldn't do it. It was just the conditions just were not good enough. So I promised I would be back to do it, and here I am. It is this one, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one. It's just had a new gate put on. Whew. Whew. Okay. Well, it is, although very boggy, markedly drier than this time last year, because I remember this field was full of water. I remembered very distinctly that it was full of water. I've got a little story if you're interested. So this time last year, as I've said, I did this very route, and as I was coming down here into this field, surveying the lake on top of the bog, and a year ago I had a kind of f-stop camera bag, small shoulder bag, holster kind of thing, down at my side, where I put my Nikon in it, my £5,000 Nikon, and I hadn't put it in properly. So when I came bounding into this field, into this lake on top of a field, the camera popped out of the bag and fell and landed around here somewhere, and it was full of water. So that was not good. It's generally not good for cameras, you know, water. But luckily it was a very good camera, and it was actually, it's a bit of a tank actually. It's actually a kind of sports journalist's photographer's camera, so it's a, you know, proper paparazzi kind of thing. So it was built to be bashed around a bit. Luckily for me, it was totally fine, even though it was fully submerged in this lake here. Also, a bit of a caveat to that: it's not worth £5,000 anymore. It's over 10 years old now, so worth a fraction of what was paid for it But nevertheless, it's still a kind of pride and joy object. I would have been very, very sad to see it die on me like that, or me kill it. Yeah. So this field is nothing like last year. It's dry as a bone compared to last year. Oh, so it is nice to be out of that wind, even if it's just for a little while. So, I am soon to start my last big slog of the day in terms of ascent up to Broom Fell. There's two ways up. I think there's the Stuart Marshall route, and then there's the variant Matt Does Mountains version of the same route. I'll follow the latter. So I'll have to I'm supposed to go through a farm, but there might be a problem with the farm, so I will opt for the latter and jump over a fence. Sail Fell, looking very calm from down here. It's nice, very nice. Okay, so that's the farm that the Stuart Marshall route says go through, but the Matt Does Mountains route is just around here. So there's a fence. There it is. Well, look at that tree. Very strange. Look at that. It's incredible. Ah, Jesus. Wow. That's up there with the strongest winds I've ever been in. Well, I can't stay here forever. Sooner or later I'm going to have to make a move. Don't think I'll be doing any time lapses today. Okay, here we go. God. Oh, unbelievable. Wow. Oh. Whew. So I think I might have a little bit of shelter for a short time. I mean, those winds up there were just unbelievable. Whew, I'm exhausted now. Could barely stand up in it. It was so strong. So I was just on Lord's Seat, and now I'm heading over to Barf, which is just over there, right in the centre of the screen. It's Barf, my penultimate fell of the day. Let's get it done. So, there is a bit of blue sky appearing here and there. I do believe this cloud might be breaking up, in fact. Barf. That looks magnificent. Strange. I was only here a few weeks ago in the snow. Completely different landscape now, which I will show you. Passing Lake. Careful by the edge of this because sudden gust of wind and I'm a goner. Right, so I'm going to take this bag off and have a bit of a rest. What a place, it's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So, I'm going to head off now. Got quite a bit of a walk, not too far, but I think it's about 2.5 miles to Whinlatter. So let's make tracks. So, heading back towards Lord's Seat, but I won't go all the way up it. Like last time, I will veer off to the left and go across what is possibly the boggiest path in the Lake District. I mean, actually, the first time I did this path, it was virtually unpassable. It was just so boggy and so watery, I almost didn't get through it. And the second time I did it was just a few weeks ago in the snow. I'm not sure if that made it easier or harder. I'm about halfway across it. It's nearly caught me out a couple of times. But, you know, it's basically pot luck if you get through this path. It's luck. It's luck if you don't go up to your ankles at least in it. You know that scene in Flash Gordon where Flash Gordon and Timothy Dalton have to put their hand into that log, loads of holes in it. It's got loads of holes in it, and there's like a scorpion hiding in one of the holes, and Flash has to put his hand in, and Timothy Dalton's character has to put his hand in, and the loser is obviously the one that gets bitten and poisoned to death and dies. Well, you know, it's pot luck. So obviously that's absolutely nothing like this, but you know, I think you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, can I get across this? Okay. Yeah. Just very carefully, gingerly making your way across the quagmire. Right. Okay, so I've got through half of it. I'm at the halfway point. I take a right down here now. And this is where it gets really, really ropey. Well, it was really, really ropey last time. Anyway, here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was yeah, I sank a little bit then. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, there's like an alternative path. I'll have a bit of that. Somebody's made an alternative path. Well, it's either Stuart Marshall or Matt Does Mountains that's done this. It's not much better, let's be honest. See, I came across this in the snow and it was alright. Oh my god, look at this. How do I get across this? Okay, so far. Ah! Like a fucking Christmas trees. Fucking ain't Christmas. Okay, plank of wood, nice. Like it. Ooh. Okay. I might be through the worst of it. Okay. Yes. Oh. Okay. Let's not tempt fate to doing something bad. Oh. Phew. I'm going this way. The safe option. So I decided to veer off the path a little bit, make this walk a bit more exciting, as if nothing else happened along the way. But I found a bit of a path, and there's a gate here as well, so it is a path of sorts. Brilliant. That's handy. Woo! Okay, so I'm kind of back on track now, I think. I wasn't lost or anything, I was just... The path I took last time had been heavily deforested, and there was just enormous amounts of mud on the ground, so I decided to take another road. There it is, Whinlatter top. And all I have left to do now is head back to the car via Brown Howe. And I'm all done. Yeah, that is that's a tough old walk, but I think I spent half of that walk just fighting the storm and trying to stay on my feet. But even without that, I would say that's a tough 12-mile walk. I mean, 12 miles isn't very far, but that's tough. So here I am, on the summit of Brown Howe. the official summit of Whinlatter. And all I have left to do now is get myself safely off this hill and into the pub for a nice hot chocolate.